Hi guys, today we're going to talk about specialized cells. So what happens here is last week we talked about animal cells and plant cells. All animal cells the animal cell that we drew was just round with a nucleus, and the plant cell that we drew was just square with a cell wall. Now, obviously, plant cells and animal cells can't just look round or square because there are so many different shapes in a human body, animal's body, and in plants. So what happens is the round cell is a typical cell. What happens is it undergoes a process called specialization. Specialization means that everyone does their own job. All right, so they are specialized to do a specific job. Once they have specialized, they are called specialized cells. So there are many specialized cells in an animal's body and in a plant, but we are not going to talk about all of them. We're only going to focus on a few. So this is a very common specialized cells in a human body. This is known as a red blood cell. Now, what is so special about this red blood cell? This red blood cell has no nucleus. Remember, I taught you that all cells have nucleus. The exception is a red blood cell. The nucleus is removed because it needs more space and more surface area to carry oxygen. So its job has a lot to do with its function. Because it really needs to carry more oxygen, therefore it needs more space, more surface area. So it has to carry more oxygen. You notice that red blood cells are red. This is because they have the red pigment hemoglobin. All of this makes it very useful for this red blood cell to be able to carry oxygen. Now, here's another specialized cell. This is called a nerve cell. A nerve cell, if you only look at this part, looks like our normal animal cell. So what happened is it grew and grew and grew and specialized so that it is long and thin so that it can carry information from our brain to other parts of our body and from other parts of our body to our brain. So that's why when you touch something hot with your finger, that information can be carried from your finger all the way to your brain. Now, plant cells also have specialized cells. A plant cell has root hair cells. Remember, root hair cells are not found in your hair. Root hair cells are found in the roots of plants. The roots of plants are not green. Therefore, obviously, the root hair cells has no chloroplast. However, at the roots, they have these added long, little tiny root hairs. This is called the root hair. And the root hair is made from root hair cells. If you notice, the root hair cells has no chloroplast, but it has a very large vacuole and it has this special extension. This special extension is to increase surface area again. Why does it need to increase surface area? Not for it to carry oxygen, but for more water to be absorbed. Because in the roots, you need to absorb water. The larger the surface area, the more water you can absorb. Finally, we are going to talk about a palisade cell. A palisade cell is the typical cell on the leaf of a plant. Because the leaf of the plant is green, So of course, the palisade cell has this very special organelle called the chloroplast. The chloroplast is essential in photosynthesis. It contains chlorophyll so that it can undergo photosynthesis. So if you can see, there are many chloroplasts. So a chloroplast looks very different from a root hair cell. However, both are cells from it's the cell from the same plant. So because they are specialized, they look so different. In the same way, the nerve cell looks very different from the red blood cell. And the red blood cell looks very different from the intestinal cell, the muscle cell, and so on. So all our cells look different because they all have a different job to do. We'll talk about this in detail. See you.